I offer my humble pranam at the lotus feet of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Welcome to video lecture on microcontroller and embedded system laboratory. At today's lecture, I'm going to interface a LCD to LPC2148 microcontroller. Then I'm going to write a program to display from 0 to F with some delay in between. Using LCD, we can able to display any information, any characters from 0 to 9, A through F, and special characters. So before developing any program, especially in embedded system, the hardware specification is very important. First, we have to understand the hardware, then only we can able to proceed further. Now, in this case, in our experiment, we are going to use this LCD. We have different type of LCD. In this case, I'm going to use this LCD. It has totally two lines, or we can call it as two rows. The first row, this is second row. It's also called line 1 and line 2. Okay. Then in each line, in each row, we can able to display 16 characters. Therefore, we can able to display 16 character in each row. Totally, we can able to display 32 characters. That's why it is called it as 16 cross 2. The 16 means we can able to display 16 characters in one row. Therefore, put together, we can able to display 32 characters. The one more important thing is, if you want to display a single character, it may be a character, it may be any special character, we need something called like a matrix, the dot matrix, something like here. We have 5 rows and 7 columns. Using this, we can able to display any single character. It may be anything from A through Z, as well as digit or special characters. If you go for a 7-segment display, in 7-segment display, we can able to display some limited information. We can display all digit and some characters not there. It is not possible to display a special character. But if you go, if by using LCD, we can able to display any information, any characters. Okay, that is the purpose of using LCD. It has totally 16 pins. Here we can see here 16 pins. We can say pin number 1 to pin number 16. Pin number 1 to pin number 16. Here we have 8 data lines, data pins, 8 data lines. It's also called data bus DB. That is starting from pin number 7 till pin number 40. We have 8 data lines. Okay, we can able to use 8 data lines, or you can use 4 lines also. But in our case, in my example, I'm going to use 8-bit. Okay, that is 7 to 14. Use it to place data on these lines, and there'll be 3 control signals, control pins called RS. RS stands for register select. Then R/W, that is read write, and there'll be one more pin called enable. Therefore, we require 8 data lines and 3 control pins to interface with your LPC2148 microcontroller. Along with, we need ground and plus VCC. Now here, actually, if you want to develop any embedded software, the first we have to understand the internal structure, internal architecture of circuits of that particular instrument, equipments. In this case, we have to know something about LCD. Now, this is the internal structure. I'm explaining very briefly some important concept. Here we have 2 registers called data register and command register. The usually data register is a read-write register. We can read something from data register, or we can write something into data register, and there will be command registers. The purpose of using command register is to configure something, control something. Okay, suppose I want to clear the screen. Okay, then I want to select what type of LCD we are using, something like matrix. Okay, we have something 5x7 matrix, and like that we have to go for a command register. The command register usually write only register. Data register is a read write registers. Then if you want to write any data into data registers or command registers, we have to use data lines from DB0 to DB7. There is nothing but pin number 7 to pin number 40. but somebody has to be there to identify whether we have to use data register or command register. That is decided by the signal called register select. The name itself indicates the meaning of this. That is, suppose if RS equal to low, if RS equal to low means register select equal to low, it selects command register. If RS equal to 1, then it select data register. The step number 1 is we have to place either it may be a command or it may be a data on these lines, that is pin number 7 to pin number 14. Okay, then after placing the data or after placing the 8-bit information on these lines from 7 to 14, the second step is you have to select whether you're going to write this information into data register or command registers. Okay, you have to select anyone. Suppose if you want to write something into the command register, then the RS must be low. RS must be low. Through by writing appropriate statement, we have to make this signal equal to low if you want to select command register. Then if you want to write something into the data register, then RS must be 1. RS must be 1. Therefore, we have 8 data lines. First, we have to place the data on data lines, that is pin number 7 to pin number 14. Then we have to make RS equal to 0 if you want to write the information into a command register. If you want to write the information into data register, then RS must be 1. Then I told you already, data register usually read-write registers. We can read as well as write. And command registers, most of the time, it's a write-only registers. But in this case, we are not reading anything from registers, either it may be data registers or command registers. Okay, actually, there will be something called status register also. Then we are not reading in general anything from the LCD. We have to write something into the LCD. Either it may be data register or it may be a command register. So for that purpose, okay, we are using, we are making always this pin to where this pin is connected to ground. Means if r/w, what is the meaning of this? That is nothing but reads r/w is nothing but read write. If this signal is high, if this signal is low, that indicates write operation. If r/w equal to 1, read operation. Therefore, with the help of this signal, either we can read the data or we can write the data into this. In LCD interface, okay, we are talking about write operation. We are writing the information. We are not reading anything from this. That's why we are trying to make always this signal equal to low. Therefore, it's always connected to ground, because by the time we can able to say one pin from your LPC to 148. No need to write any program for this to control this signal. Therefore, you can connect directly to a ground. Therefore, it is always this signal equal to low means it's a write operation. Okay, what is step number 1? You have to place the information on the data lines. Then you have to select the register, that is using register select signal. Okay, either it may be data register or it may be a command registers. If RS equal to 0, it select command register. If RS equal to 1, it select data register. Therefore, here we are not reading anything from this. Okay, most of the time we are writing the data information into the LCD. That's why this signal is always connected to ground. Means if r/w are equal to 0, that is nothing but write operations. Okay. Now here we have, and one more thing. The one more thing is actually register is nothing but a group of flip-flop. The group of flip-flop is called registers. Either it may be data register or it may be a command register. It's a sequential circuit. Therefore, if you want to write the information either into data registers or into command registers, so we have to apply the clock. Actually, in this case, the use another name called enable. Enable, E stands for enable. It is nothing but a clock. It's a negative edge clock. Therefore, first we have to make it high. The enable must be high. Then after some delay in terms of microsecond, then make it low. That is high, then low with some small delay. Then it's something like a clock. Then after applying the clock, what is the step number one? Means first you have to make it high. Then after some time, you have to make it low. Make it high for some time and then make it low and make it low for some time. Therefore, it creates a clock. Once we apply the clock, okay, then it's going to write the information either into the data register or into the command register depending upon RS signal. If RS equal to 0, if RS equal to 0, whatever the information we have on this data line that is written into the command register, if RS equal to 1, then whatever the information available on data lines into where written into where data registers, provided we have to apply the clock on ECE pin, enable pin. Okay, how to generate a clock pulse? First you have to make it high for some microsecond or millisecond and make it low for some amount of time. Then only the information will be written into data register or command registers depending upon RS signal. Therefore, we have 8 data lines and 3 control signals. Always this signal is connected to ground. Therefore, we can able to select data registers or command register by using RS signal, and we can able to apply the clock through what? Through this E pin. That's also called enable pin. Means if you want to write information into this or into this, we have to make, means you have to apply the clock on enable pin. Enable pin. It's very, very important. Okay. Now next thing is, see, I told you about this one. See here we have two type of information. Either it may be data or it may be command. Therefore, the first data is a command. It's a command. The second data is a uh, actual information. Suppose I want to display the information, some message. Okay, either it may be a character, it may be a special character. That must be ASCII code. You have to send the ASCII code. Okay, and means we have to write this ASCII code into the data register. Okay, if you want to display anything on LCD, you have to send ASCII code. Means you have to write this information into where? Into data register. And here we have some command. These are the command. We have to write this command to command register. Okay, we have two registers, data registers and command registers. We have to write this command depending upon your requirement, depending upon your applications. We have to write the appropriate command into command register. And if you want to display any information, any message on this LCD, then we have to write this information into a data register. So data registers. I'm not using all these commands. I'm using this command called clear display screen. Okay, if you write 01 into command register, it's going to clear the screen. Then sometime, say there'll be a cursor is there. I want to increment the cursor. I want to move forward. Then you can go for 06, increment cursor. Then in my example, I'm going to use 0C, that is for display on cursor off. Suppose display off cursor on, depending upon the application, you can use appropriate command. But only thing is we have to write this command into command register. It's a standard command. You're not supposed to use your own command. That's very, very important. Then suppose if you go for a 0E, display on, cursor is blinking. But if you go for a 0C, display on, cursor is off. I'm using this particular command in my programming. Then here there'll be two rows. Okay, this is a first row, this is a second row. If you want to write any information, if you want to display any information on LCD, we have to write the appropriate ASCII code in the RAM. In the RAM, it's a part of your LCD. Within LCD, we have a RAM. The starting address of first row is 80x, 0x80. Force cursor to beginning of first line. Means if you want to start from here, okay, you have to go for 80. Actually, we know that we can able to display 16 character in one line. Suppose I want to display at the center of first row, then the address must be 87. Then if you want to display at the end of first row, the address must be 8F. 8F. In the same manner, if you want to display at the beginning of the second row, second line, the address is 0x. 0x stands for hexadecimal C0. Okay. Suppose if we write this command into the command register, we start from here. Whatever the information we're going to send, that appears on this. Suppose if you want to display at the middle of the second row, the address must be C7. Then if you want to display some information at the end of the second row, the address must be CFH. It stands for hexadecimal or 0x. Then I told you already, if you want to display some character, some information, say there'll be something called a matrix. Here there'll be a matrix. There'll be five rows and 7 columns. Therefore, there'll be a dot. It form a matrix. With the help of that only we can able to display something. That's why there'll be a command called 38, 2 lines and 5 cross 7 matrix. Therefore, here we know that we have 2 lines, 2 rows are there, and what is the dimension of each one, each matrix? Suppose a matrix that is 5 cross 7. I'm going to use this. Therefore, I'm going to use these commands: clear display, increment cursor. Sometimes I don't want this also. So display on cursor of force cursor to beginning of first line and force cursor to beginning of second line, and 2 lines and 5 cross 7 matrix. Therefore, I'm using 80, C0, 38, 01. So depending upon your project or depending upon your requirement, you can use appropriate command. The very important thing is we have to write this command into a command register. By the time we have to make rs equal to low. See here, if you want to write any command, we have to write that command into command register. Okay, means you have to place the appropriate command on these data lines. Okay, then make rs equal to low. Low means command register. Select command register. Okay, our job is not completed. Then we have to apply the clock. You have to apply the clock on E pin, enable pin. How to generate the clock? First, you have to make it high. Okay, I have to make it high for some time and make it low for some time. Like that, it's going to form a clock. There is nothing but a negative edge clock. High to low, it's called a negative edge clock. Once if we apply this clock and this signal, whatever the information available here, that is written into command register, because already we make r/w equal to grounded. That's nothing but low. Therefore, once this signal is low, it's going to perform write operation. Clear? Therefore, if you want to display any information, suppose I want to display like 0. So 0, I want to display 0. Then ASCII code of 0 is 30. Or we have to write 0 within a code, single code. Okay. Or if you want to display any character, suppose I want to display character A. The ASCII code for character is 41. Okay, in decimal 65. Or we have to write a character A within a code, single code. Okay, automatically it's going to send ASCII code only. Then if you want to display any message, the group of characters, so the step number 1 is place the appropriate character on the line, data lines from DB0 to DB7. That is step number 1. Then make rs equal to 1. It select data register. That is second step. What is third step? We have to apply the clock on enable pin. How to generate a clock? First, it must be high. After some time, to make it low. Then only that data is written into data register, because already that is r/w is low. If you want to write the information, this signal must be low. This is the procedure. Okay, understood? Okay, any doubts here? So this is very, very important. Okay, we have a command register, we have data register. Okay, we have 3 control signals: rs, register select, enable, then that is read/w to select read or write operation, and data pins. Now this is the actual connection, that's interface. Okay, what are the pins we are using? That is very, very important. My dear friends, in your college they may use different manufacturer. Therefore, try to get the specification accordingly modify the program, because the LCD remains same. Wherever you can go, the LCD remains same, architecture of LCD remains same. Only thing is they may use different pins here from your LPC2148 microcontroller. Now in this case, actually the P0.15 we are using port 0. from LPC2148. P0.15 is connected to DP0. Like that, P0.22 is connected to DB7, that is from pin number 7 to pin number 14, that is 8 lines. That is we are using P0.15 to P0.22, say totally 8 lines. If you want to send the information, either it may be a command or it may be a data from your LPC2148 to your LCD, we are using a port pins from P0.15 to P0.22. Then I told you already that R/W is always connected to the ground. So no need to write the program to control this particular pin, because always we are performing write operation. Means once if it is low, there is nothing but write operation. Then I told you already we have two registers, data registers or command registers. Therefore, we can able to control this RS pin by using P0.3, and we are going to apply, we're going to generate the clock pulse with the help of P0.2. Therefore, totally we are using 8 plus these 2 pins, 10 pins from port 0. And we have to configure all these pins as output. So that is very, very important. Okay, with the help of IO direction register, we have to configure as what? We have to configure all this port, means P0.15 to P0.22 and P0.2 and P0.3 as output by using IO direction register. That's I told you already in previous lecture, 1 for output and 0 for input. If you want to make it I, we have to go for IO set. If you want to clear, if you want to make it low, this particular pin have to go for IO clear. Therefore, we require 3 important register: IO clear, IO set, IO direction. Actually, we have GPIO 0 and GPIO 1. We're going to use GPIO 0. GPIO 0 contains this one: IO direction 0, IO set 0, IO clear 0. Okay, so this is very, very important. If you want to develop, if you want to write a program to display anything on LCD, therefore the architecture, the hardware specification, the pin diagram is very, very important. Therefore, I'm going to develop the program. I'm going to write a program by using this pin configuration. I'm going to use this pin. If you try to use same program in your college, suppose they are not using the same pin, they're using different pins. Okay, LCD remains same, this pin configuration remains same, but instead of using the P0.16, P0.15, they may use P1 dot something like 16 or some other pins. Okay, that's why we have to be very careful whenever writing the program, because it is hardware dependent. Without knowing the hardware knowledge, it's not possible to develop any software. This is very, very important. So any doubts here? I think understood this. Okay. And now here in the next lecture, I'm going to explain the detailed program. That is, actually I'm going to use totally 5 functions. So because we have to provide some delay, okay, that's what delay program is there. Then there'll be a function to write the command into the command registers, and there'll be a function to write data into data register by using this command. Then we have to initialize LCD. Okay, we have so many commands depending upon your requirement. Okay, we have to write the function that's called init LCD. Okay, initialize LCD, and there'll be a main program. Okay, these are the things. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, in the next lecture, I'm going to explain each and everything. Say, first of all, before writing any program, so the hardware, the specification is very, very important. Therefore, this video lecture is very important before starting any other things. Okay, in the next lecture, I'm going to write the program, I'm going to give demo, and I will explain each and every line of that particular program. Thanks for watching.